Certified podcast.
Thursday morning.
Let's see where we're at here. Let us know what day. We're jumping back and forth from Wednesdays and Thursdays. So we're trying to figure out like what the people want. Certified podcast coming to you every week. With of course we're Certified Collision Works, but we come with also some stories in the community, nation stories, and there's interesting topics. A lot of times, we think of a topic, or we're like, hey, what about this? And then we go down this like rabbit hole of a bunch of information.
Yeah.
But introduce yourself, Aaron. Introduce yourself, Aaron Koss.
Stand sidekick.
Let's get it. So tell us what we have going on today, Aaron. Like what? So what we decided to do was, we decided to bring different topics to the table, and I'm like, okay, what about this? What about this?
Mm-hmm.
And so, but we're also interested to know, like, hey, if there's anything that you're interested about, are you, or you're kind of like, send us a text or send us a message that says, hey, or send us a link
Yeah.
Of something interesting, and we'll talk about it, or we'll look into it and see what we can find out.
There's a new middle school that got the name approved around here, and then
Around here.
there's Senate committee bills that are allowing 10 commandments and prayers in public schools.
What is that? Like, tell me about
We'll
that.
get into that later.
Okay.
And then last is the Alamo renovation.
Okay, I think I've been to the Alamo like one time.
I heard it's not.
It's not this. It's not like it.
It's
Do
hyped up.
they have food there?
What?
You know what would be pretty tight? Like if they Oh, go ahead. I don't want to throw you off.
No, like the actual Alamo, like in San Antonio.
Yeah. I'm saying like, what would be pretty like tight would be like if they were like to if they were to put like food trucks around it, and then like music, and then like kind of, I don't know. That's just an idea. But anyway, so what does that look like, or what they?
What do you have? What are your topics?
Oh my, dude, you know my topics are gonna be like off the wall. No, they're not too bad. One of the topics I was talking. Oh, the hooks. The hooks actually redesigned their logo, and a lot of people were pissed off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like a lot of gang members use the logo, so now they're having to go buy new
That's
clothes.
why.
Yeah, and it's not coordinating. It's not coordinating with the J's. So it kind of threw off that. But that, and then yesterday was Lent. Are you familiar with Lent? Like,
yeah.
I know you're homage. You're not homage. What is the people?
What?
Those with the homage people?
Amish.
What is homage?
Amish.
Amish. What is homage? I probably said that because we had hummus yesterday, and it kind of like had like an aftertaste or something. The Lent was yesterday, and then they said I saw an article that said the prices of the Dodges went up from 80,000 to 100,000 because of the Trump tariff thing, right? We'll kind of look into that, and then so the whole thing with Lent, right? I was like, dude, what's the deal with Lent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it has a lot of religion, like tradition to it, right? But then I was like, well, what's the deal with Easter, right? Because it's like they Lent before Easter.
Yeah.
But let's go into your story first, dude.
So the first one
share
is
this.
the new middle school in CCS ID ISD. They approved the name to be Lexington Middle School. and
Lexington. Oh, well, there's already a Lexington, so they're gonna rebuild it.
rebuild it.
What, like they're I think there is a Lexington school, and they're probably gonna move it, right? A new like a
Okay,
or it's a new school
they
altogether.
said it's a new school.
Oh,
The colors are gonna be
sounds familiar.
green and orange, and it's taking so the kids that graduate from Creekside Elementary are gonna go there, and so they're gonna get to vote on the mascot of the school.
Oh, really? Creekside. That sounds creepy.
Yeah,
Went to Creekside. Is there even a creek over there?
yeah, the Oso.
Oh, okay, Oso Creek.
It's over there by Mud Bridge.
Okay, man, I haven't gone to Mudbridge in a long time. I wonder if it's still good fishing out there.
Haven't been in a while either.
Yeah, one time we went to Mudbridge, and dude, the only thing that sucks about going to Mudbridge fishing is like if it's like drizzling, the mud is like clay.
Yeah.
It reminds me. The clay reminds me of middle school. Remember when you had to do the clay pot?
Oh yeah.
Like that's the same kind of. I wonder if that's the same clay they use. Mudbridge clay for pottery.
That's how your teacher got it.
Probably, probably because yeah, probably trying to save money. So when is it gonna be done by?
It's opening next year.
Okay,
So
man.
well like this year, but in August, the next school year.
I wonder if they ever finished that thing with Carol.
They're supposed to. It
They,
was supposed to be done by when we were talking about it.
yeah. More than likely, what happened was they started the project and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna need another 50,000. You know, and we're gonna need." And I actually was like looking up that, and estimated cost to move a mural is gonna be from 50,000 to 100,000 to move them, dude. Damn, they could have they could have bought. How many laptops could they have bought with that for
A
kids,
lot.
right? How many like man that like they could have bought so much um
So equipment and stuff.
equipment or something to kind of uh add to the education of the thing.
Hmm.
But let me finish sharing this. If you're watching this, please give us a share. I'm trying to share this to a couple people that usually ask me to share it with them. What else you got, Aaron?
The Texas State Committee advances a new bill to bring Ten Commandments and prayer to public schools.
So what? Tell me more about that. What is that?
So there's two Senate bills,
Mm,
and one's gonna be copying what they did in Louisiana the other year. So it's like a mandate saying that in the classroom there has to be a like a poster or a framed picture of the Ten Commandments,
really?
and they it's like they're very specific on how like the minimum size, the quality it has to be, and how it has to be displayed.
Yeah. I wonder. Like, it's always interesting because like it almost seems like there's another agenda. Like, there's something more behind it than this that right.
Hmm.
Like, I wonder what that is, and I think that's what kind of maybe pisses people off is because like they're not giving the true reason behind it, and so
Yeah.
it's always like some like washed down reason or something.
Hmm.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like well, I think it's a big deal because now like it's gonna like I don't know. Maybe it's to try to bring some order into the the school system as far as like because I've talked to some teachers, right, and they're like, yeah, I teach middle school or I teach sixth grade or fifth grade or whatever, right? And I'm like, well, how is it? How has it been different, right? And they're like, dude, like it's so different because like you can't tell the kids shit
Hmm.
because they're gonna like go tell their parents and then their parents are gonna come like acting crazy, and then most of the times their parents like are just like they're not trying to figure out like what's really going on. They're just trying to like make you know
Yeah.
conflict or whatever. But that's pretty interesting, dude.
And then the other bill's gonna be allowing designated prayer times in schools.
Okay.
So it's just like a they're just gonna allow a certain time to be used to pray or do Bible study, and they could have the parents could opt in or opt out for it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hmm.
That's pretty cool. What are the Ten Commandments? Do you have them there?
You don't know them off the top of your head?
No, I'm Hispanic. I got them on my back.
Is-
Go ahead.
um, so Louisiana, like I said, has that Ten Commandments one,
Mhm.
and it was in 2023 when they applied it, but it's been in the courts to get challenged. They're challenging it.
What are some of the? It's like I shall not steal.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Um, it's like don't steal, don't lie. It's like moral
moral
stuff.
values?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
Eh,
it's nothing like crazy religious
Okay. So it's just kind of to create some like uh just to kind of create some standards and values.
to be
I
like as
think
a
I think that's going to be pretty good because it's going to introduce those kids to standards and values,
mhm,
and some might apply it and some might won't.
yeah.
But that's gonna be
I
pretty
think the
interesting.
weird thing is how they're like it has to be a durable poster
Mhm.
or framed. It needs to be at least 20 inches tall, 16 inches wide.
Oh, they probably want to. They probably just want it consistent.
They want consistent all around because they're
Yeah.
like it needs to be displayed somewhere where everybody can see it in the room.
Okay. Well, that makes sense because let me tell you why.
They're gonna put it up in the corner.
Well, there's probably gonna be. I'm not saying uh, all teachers are like that, but there's gonna be some teachers that are gonna be against that, and they're gonna try to bend the rules.
Yeah.
To where like they'll like they have like a business card size in the wall. They're like, well, you
Yeah.
said like we have to have it. You
Hmm.
didn't say what size. You didn't like. So you have to kind of be like specific with it
Yeah.
because people will try to bend the rules on it. That makes sense. Like I can see how that can happen. Trying to find that. Go ahead.
And then did you see the Alamo renovation?
No, you okay? To go into that. I'm curious about that.
Guess how much it's gonna cost?
Oh, dude, here we go again. Uh, dude, I don't know, dude. I'm already getting stressed out.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be like 500 million.
Shut, dude. That's gonna suck. I mean, five. They're gonna be 5 million. They're gonna be 5 million deep, right? And what the heck's up with this? They're gonna be 5 million deep, and they're not gonna.
Did you roll over the cord?
They're gonna be 5 million deep. They're not gonna have no food, man. What?
500 million.
500 million? What the dude? What are they gonna? They're gonna make. Damn. I wonder if Pee Wee's bike's still in the basement.
What's funny is they have a Phil Collins collection that they're going to put in.
Dude, there's
It's so random.
it's so wait till I text Elon about this. Wait till I text him. He's gonna cut the funds, dude. then
Greg
uh,
Abbott was the one who approved 400 million of the
God
funds.
damn. And
But so they want to make it like bigger, but like the plaza. So they're gonna extend the plaza.
yeah,
They're gonna add museums.
I can kind of see how that cost is gonna be crazy because San Antonio is so like it packed, like it's so compact right there,
Mm-hmm.
and so even the streets. Have you seen the way the streets are?
Yeah.
Well, the streets are paved streets.
Mm-hmm.
So some of them are paved. I want to say they're paved. I might be making up shit, but because every time we go to San Antonio, we stay like downtown and like we're always walking, and I know like I want to say there is like some paving to to redo all that, and there's like a bunch of like underground.
Yeah, and then redirecting traffic and stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, I think it. I think it. I think it's gonna be like the whole development probably of the Alamo, right? So
Yeah.
it'll be cool if we can find some photos of that and just kind of add them to the link. But that'll be pretty cool.
I wonder if it's gonna have any delays like the Harbor Bridge.
Now I think I mean you start getting to San Antonio, Austin, uh, they're on their shit over there, dude. Like
They said that it's on track for a 2027 grand opening,
yeah,
but it's gonna be the first construction since the 50s on that in
yeah,
that
on that
area.
area, yeah. Now what they're gonna do is that like I already know, like I already like I'm like I should be like one of those guys, the fortune tellers, because I can already
Hmm.
tell. Like they're gonna set up, they're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna start this project, guys, right? And they're
Hmm.
gonna have the Michelada trucks, right?
And then the ice is gonna come.
And no, they're gonna have the Michelada trucks, and then they're gonna have those. They're popular now. The ladies that sell the tacos. The, they dress all sexy. You don't know,
No,
like I don't know what they're called, but they it's like a like funny. Well, it's not funny, but they're like they sell like food, the
it's
hot
serious.
serious stuff, dude. And then all the people that are there,
And they're gonna be like, get to
so
work.
hold on. So you know what? So I need some clarity on this because uh I was in California, right?
Hmm.
And I was in the Uber, and the guy. If you don't know, you can say I'm not sure, but maybe someone will leave a comment. The guy, the driver, the Uber driver, I was like, hey, what area are you from, right? And he's like, I'm from Long Beach. And I was like, all right, cool. And so I said, what's the vibe? Like, what's the vibe over there? He's like, oh, it's cool. He's like, everybody has like their little pockets, like of little areas and this and that, right? And I said, well, um, are you Hispanic or what, right? And he goes, no, I'm Chicano, right? And I was like, well, he's like, what are you? And I was like, Mexican, I guess. I mean, I don't know, like, and I was like, I didn't even know like there was three different. You could pick three different
You could pick.
categories, right? And I was like, so what's Chicano? And he's like, well, Chicano is like if you were born in the United in America, then you're, you know,
But your
Mexican
parents,
American,
yeah.
like that. And so I guess that's Chicano. And I was like, well, I always thought Chicano, like I view Chicano as um, like people from California. Like when I think of Chicano, I think of like the lowrider scene in that era where they Chicanos were like, hey, you know what? Like we're gonna make our own like lane, and we're gonna do that through like the way we dress and the cars and that kind of vibe, right? And I thought those were Chicanos, right? But then there's Hispanics and then there's Mexicans,
Hmm.
and I was like, well, uh, I said, I guess I'm Hispanic. I don't. I wonder how you can actually get the official, like what you can
Well, I think Hispanic just means you like come from a Spanish speaking country.
Hispanic.
Yeah.
But so does that mean that you're like born there or just you're
I don't know. I don't
mm,
know that much.
yeah. So look it up. Let's see what we can find out on this.
But I
Because
think the Chicano, I think you relate it over there because I think they use it more than Texans do. Like
in California, like that, yeah,
mainly in
yeah,
California.
because they don't. I guess because they're so close to the border and they don't want to be called Mexicans
Yeah.
because that's like I mean I don't know I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but that's interesting. Uh, see what you find on Chicano. What's the difference between Chicano, uh, Hispanic, and Mexican? Ask chat on that.
Hmm.
See what they
It says it's a great question.
is it.
It says
It's a great question.
Mexican is a person from Mexico or Mexican nationality, and it refers to their citizenship or heritage directly tied to Mexico.
Mhm.
Hispanic's a broader term. It refers to people from Spanish speaking countries, so just any country that speaks Spanish, and it's just a cultural term rather than being tied to like a nationality.
So what am I?
What do you
What,
what do
so
you want to pick?
based on that, what like you know what that'll be pretty cool. We can make a line like a hotline,
Mm-hmm.
and people call in and you ask them questions, and you be like, okay, like you're
Oh, you're trying to guess or what?
no no like let's just say like I call you right, like you have a hotline, and you're like, okay, tell me where you were born, where's your parents from, uh, on a scale from, on a scale from 1 to 10, how good is your Spanish,
Do
right?
you know these types of food?
Okay, you know you give them like do you know what uh sopapilla is, right? And they're like you're quizzing them, right?
No, you give them like one or it's like the eye doctor. It's like ARB. It's like different foods.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying okay. I'm gonna send you a text. Tell me what that is. Right.
You're like menudo or pozole, and then like throwing chicken nuggets in there.
Oh, and then it's gonna be like, um, if your tia tells you a secret, are you gonna go tell a coworker? And, and they're like, maybe. They're like, you're fucking like Hispanic. You're on Sundays. What do you eat for breakfast on Sundays? Right. They're all, um, they're all, we eat eggs Benedict. Oh yeah, you're Chicano. Right. That's funny. God damn.
And then
Okay.
it says Chicanos are just like you said the Americans that are from Mexican descent. So
So it's like, oh, that's why Born East LA. Right? Have you seen that movie?
no, but I heard about it.
Well, where so that'll be your homework. Watch the
Mm-hmm.
just browse through whenever you're at your house drinking some beer. Say, I'm gonna watch this Born East LA. But he says like a Mexican American. He has a song. It's all
Uh,
Mexican American.
there's one movie.
Drop a comment if
Oh, Stand and Deliver. That's what I was thinking. Whenever I think of like,
oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Where that's cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
why when I ever think of like the word Chicano in like
Yeah.
LA, that's what I imagine like the hairnet.
Yeah, that's Chicanos.
Yeah.
And so that's when I think of Chicanos, that's what I think. I think of that that era of them saying, "Hey, you know, we're not Mexicans, we're
Well, there
Chicanos."
was the like a civil rights like
Movement?
era, yeah, for them that they did.
When was this?
This was in
I
the
no one
six.
told me about this.
This was in the 60s.
Damn.
The Chicano movement.
And they didn't put this in the history at Ray High School. Shit. Huh?
Then you put it in there.
Damn.
You should fight for that.
A board, a
It's like
picture.
all low riders.
Like a time chart, right? This is the first Chicano, right? This is the first lowrider, right? This is the first movement.
This is the first low rider I painted.
These are Dickies. These are the first Dickies.
The first hairnet.
How did the hairnet get into? Look it up. Look it up. How did the hairnet get into? How did how did it transition into like the fashion? That's pretty interesting because
Have you seen the I think it's Japan. There's like a group of people that dress up like they don't
oh
like
yeah
dress up, but like they have the same style as like
yeah
the
like
LA cholos.
yeah that's a whole.
Same tats and everything.
They have the cars too. Like yeah, it's a big movement over there. It's a big deal. We should get some hairnets.
I think we have some.
Do we?
Yeah.
What is the history on the hairnet?
Um doing a bunch of stuff. Let me be more
It's go
specific.
yeah, it's going into a rabbit hole, right?
Um you didn't used to dress like that?
Shit, when I worked at the Chinese restaurant, I had to wear a hairnet.
No, but the Dickies, the high
I never
socks.
got down with the Dickies, dude. Like, I never did the high socks. I think the first, maybe the first, like, no, I was never like, I never did went that route.
Hmm.
I can see how it now we'll pass on it.
It's just saying that it was like from the 30s and 40s.
Mm.
There was like an era, uh, like just some Mexican American youth tries to try and be like different,
Oh,
and then it came back in the 70s with the Chicano street style.
yeah, okay.
It
So,
was also women will also wear it to make their eyebrows look sharper,
oh, really?
like
Oh,
with like
oh, they were trying to like put their,
maybe, or
yeah.
maybe it's just because there's a line there. It's like a
I don't know. Anyway, so man, we went sideways on that one, but yeah. So 888-8844 if you want to know if you're Chicano, Hispanic, Mexican, or wetback. I don't know. Okay, so check it out. Um, so Ash Wednesday was yesterday. Are you you have something else?
no, that was it.
Okay, some more scoop. Ash Wednesday was yesterday, right?
Yes.
And so uh, I saw some people with the Ash Wednesday, right? And I was like, is like tell me this. I'm curious now, right? I'm like, what's up with the Ash
Mhm.
Wednesday, right? So it's the first day of Lent. It's a 40-day period of fasting, right? Praying and repentance, right? And it says many Christians, uh, Catholics, Lutherans, Anglicans, and other Protestant groups, right? Protestant groups, right? Celebrate Easter, right? And so it's basically the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. And then it says, whenever you're receiving your ashes, it says, remember that you are dust. That's kind of what they tell you. Repent and believe in the gospel. It's kind of what they also tell you. But the ashes symbolize mortality, repentance, and humility. Okay, and then the practices for the Lent is fasting, praying, and like giving, right? And like acts
Mhm.
of kindness, helping others. So like that's the practice of the Lent. So I guess it's 40 days of, you're praying, repentance. Well, actually, the practice is fasting, praying, and giving. So you're not repenting or you're not doing any of that. You're just fasting, uh, praying, and just acts of kindness, right? And
Mhm.
so it says many Christians fast or abstain from certain foods like meats, uh, Ash. So they just don't eat meat on Ash
Yeah,
Wednesdays and Fridays during Lent.
that's why there's like seasonal fish sandwiches at certain restaurants. 'Cause
Yeah.
they eat fish instead of meat.
What about chicken?
I don't know.
That's a controversial one. I know. Well, chicken's poultry. There's poultry,
Yeah.
right? Well, I mean, so I remember back in the day, boat net from Fridays,
Back
crazy, pack, pack. So I guess it's an excuse. It's an excuse to eat fried food.
Arby's, filet fish, boat net.
It should say it should be certain food, not eat fast foods, maybe not meat, and
Hmm.
make some home meals
Yeah.
like that. That'll like it's gonna be funny because like at 5 o'clock, you're gonna see like Popeyes lines gonna be around the corner, churches, uh, Long John Silver's is like the only fish, right?
McDonald's, Arby's.
Yeah, man. Anyway, so then I was like, okay, so 40 days prior to Easter, right? So so what's the deal with the Easter bunny, right? I
Hmm.
was like, well, Easter, like bunny, egg, like what's the
Correlation.
correlation, right? And this is kind of like I'm not like gonna go like
This is what Easter really means.
No, yeah, like, this is what, and I'm not gonna, piss a lot of people off, because kids probably still think that the rabbit shits eggs. You know, you know. Uh, so basically, Easter, it's an important celebration holiday with Christianity, uh, marking the resurrection of Christ, right, from death.
Hmm.
And then it says, meaning of Easter is resurrection of Jesus, hope and renewal, fulfillment and prosperity. Um, Tradition is church service, Easter eggs, Easter Sunday feast, Easter bunny, right?
Hmm.
And so I was like, well, how does that Easter, the bunny fall into that, right? So basically, the Easter bunny is it was later tradition associated with spring and fertility. Like, I guess because the Easter bunny, it has a lot of it's fertile, I guess, real fertile.
Yeah, and then like spring's like new growth.
Yeah, so that's kind of like what's the connection with that, right? But they kind of attached, it doesn't have nothing to do with religion or anything. They just attached that, almost like it was like a Western thing,
Hmm.
right? So it says Lent and holiday week connection. So it says holiday week. So Easter following Lent, 40 days of fasting, praying, and I wonder why she keeps saying repentance. All right, I guess repentance from whatever you feel
Hmm.
is is that, I guess that's optional because people repent, some people don't, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and it says Holy Week, which includes Palm Sunday, uh, Madi, Madidi,
Medea.
Madia, it's Thursday, something like that. The Last Supper. What does it say? What is this word? Can you see it?
Mundane.
Mundane, mundane Thursday, which is, it says, the Last Supper. Good Friday, which was Jesus crucifixion. Holy Saturday, and then Easter Sunday, celebration of Christ, right?
Hmm.
So I guess it's Sunday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's Holy Week. So one, two, three, four, five. So it's Sunday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. Anyway, so that's kind of like the Ash Wednesday, and I knew when I was little, like I got it like one time, but
Hmm.
I see people like really committed to getting it.
In high school, they would get it all. They would have like somebody go to the school, I think, on in the morning
Mm.
for the Catholic kids, and they would get it.
Oh, get the yeah. Okay, uh, so then the Easter Bunny, right, is not directly connected to Christian meaning of Easter, but has become a popular symbol of the holiday. Okay, especially in the Western tradition. So its origin are rooted in pagan spring festivals, uh, folk folklore. Right?
Hmm.
What is that?
Folklore,
What is that?
like like fairy tales.
Okay, folklore and later Christians adaptation. So the Christians adapted that, right?
Hmm.
But it's a pagan fertility symbol because the rabbit is known for the high reproduction rate, right?
Hmm.
Associated with fertility and new life. And then so the other one, it says the dramatic godness. That's kind of like weird. Some historical believe that their festivals influence the time of symbols of Easter. Yeah, that's kind of like off the
Hmm.
Christian influence. As Christians spread, many pagan traditions were adapted into Christian celebrations. Okay, since Easter is about resurrection and new life, the rabbit associates with fertility and renewed, made it fitting, though unofficial symbol. So it has made it fitting, but it's not an official symbol, religious related.
Yeah.
So I think that it's like it's interesting. Then why the egg, right? The egg, like rabbit, symbolize new life and resurrection. Early Christians used eggs to represent Jesus, the tombstone and resurrection, sometimes dyeing dyeing them red to symbolize his blood. So um, it's pretty interesting stuff. The Easter egg hunt and see it says that the Easter egg hunt and chocolate bunnies have become commercialized part of the holiday. So so a lot of it was like the bunny was like this symbol, right?
Yeah.
Because they're like, hey, we're celebrating this holiday, we're celebrating the resurrection, and so a lot of times people need like some a symbol to represent that, almost like a sacrifice,
Mhm.
right? But then uh, they started kind of getting more adapting, more kind of uh, commercialized. It seems like it was money. How can they
Yeah.
monetize it? How can we monetize this?
Huge.
Yeah, it's huge. So I'm curious, what does Easter bring in? Like, can you think that?
Oh, yeah. How much revenue?
Yeah, I could text Elon about that and look into it, see if it's going to the right place.
Tell them where they need to cut it.
But but there's a lot of people that get the ashes. They don't even really know what really they say they're not supposed to eat meat, and they're supposed to give up something, right? So it's not necessarily giving up nothing. It's just
They're estimating um this was last year in 2024,
Mm,
22.4 billion,
wow.
and it was they broke it up so it was like food was 7.3 billion.
Huh.
Oh, that's not all of it, but this is like some of the big categories. Clothing 3.5 billion, gifts 3.4 billion, candy 3.1 billion, and flowers 1.6 billion.
So what's the total?
Total for everything 22.4 billion. But they said that in 2023 that was a record-setting year because they had 24 billion in Easter spending.
It's a big deal.
Mhm.
It's a big deal. Uh, Speaking of okay, so then um, I was reading about that. I was like, man, it's pretty interesting, right? Well, there's I came across this 40-day fasting. Let me see if I can find the article on it. Did I talk about the hooks?
Yes.
All right, we did that. Uh, look up that 40-day fast. It's not it's a 40-day fast, but it's a 40 a spending fast. I don't know how this thing like where this came from, but it was a 40 day. See what you can find out.
Mm,
It's a 40-day spending fast uh in the black community. See if you find. Let me see what you find.
mm,
So it was with Target.
like
Target,
big companies.
yeah. So this one says uh 40-day Target fast is underway. So
So it's a they say it's being led by an Atlanta pastor, Jamal Bryant,
yeah.
and he says refrain from purchasing anything from Target during the 40-day fast, and it's supposed to coincide with Lent.
But why? Like Glenn's about like fasting, praying, and
Mm,
and giving.
mm-hmm. This is like a protest.
Yeah, it's like trying to start a movement.
Mm-hmm.
And so it says, yeah, marks the beginning of the 40-day Target consumer boycott. But this is not just against Target; it's a bunch of different brands.
Yeah.
So is he trying to just like
Oh, I see the
the,
boycott. It's a it's because Target decided to pull back from the DEI initiatives.
Mm.
So that was like that was the thing that they put executive order to get rid of. That's what allowed like companies to like hire like one minority, like
Okay.
where they had to, or
Yeah.
like someone with special needs to like gave
Yeah.
them a chance.
Mm.
That's what they got rid of, and they're mad about that. And then Target said that they're gonna spend over 2 billion with black owned businesses, and that they got rid of that. And on the boycott website, it claims that black people spend over 12 million a day at Target.
What? That's crazy. 12 million a day.
Yeah,
Well, that's worldwide,
yeah.
right? See how much they spend on alcohol.
What?
I'm serious. How much they spend on weed? Why don't they boycott the drug dealers? Huh? Why don't the pastor go after like people that are actually destroying the community, right?
Instead, just big businesses that
Yeah,
can't.
yeah. So he's saying, okay, check this out. So he's saying black people spend up to 12 million a day, right? But how much drugs are being sold in those in bad communities, right?
Hmm.
So this pastor is really just he's not he's trying to get attention, dude.
Yeah.
Like, why don't he go after the people that are really like destroying the black community,
Hmm.
right? Why don't he go head on with that? But instead, like, he goes after Target because he knows that it's gonna get
Attention.
attention, right? And he's like, well, let me get attention because how much they spend on alcohol? How much they spend on buying alcohol?
A day.
Yeah, and this is not just this black people. Like, Hispanics probably spend the same amount of shit too. You know what I mean?
Mm, it doesn't give a
It doesn't give a. It doesn't give a.
like a dollar
Yeah.
amount.
But that's I mean, because apparently they're not just going after Target. They actually have a website. It's called look it up. It's called TargetFast.org. You go to TargetFast.org. They have it says Black Wall Street ticker, right?
Hmm.
And then it tells you what they're boycotting. And it says number of boycotters is 791.
I see that it's like going across the top.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, number of boycotters. So there's only 791 boycotters. Why are they? So I wonder if this is a real time number. I'm gonna put my name here. Be part of the movement.
That means you can't go to Target anymore.
I don't even go to Target. Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna submit it, and I'm gonna see if the number changes. But
GM, Ford, you can't be buying OEM parts.
it says redirected. That is that right? It says 137,000. Are you seeing it?
137,000 what?
Where you see where it goes back? If you're watching this, you can go to targetfast.org and you'll see what we're talking about. There's like a little like a stock market
Oh,
thing.
the community spend.
Yeah,
I guess that's just what they're estimating.
I wonder if it's real time.
I wonder
It's,
if
well,
you
it says
go.
it says amount redirected. You see it?
Hmm. I wonder if they go spend somewhere else and then go like enter the data.
Zappos. They're supposed to boycott Zappos.
Whole Foods.
Dunkin' Donuts, Coca Cola,
Amazon,
Amazon, yeah,
Walmart, Meta.
American Airlines.
Meta didn't.
What?
Um,
So if they're on, so they can't use Meta. He's on Facebook, right?
isn't he on Instagram and
Is he on
Facebook?
Instagram? Anyway,
How's he promoting this?
good. Okay, so anyway,
Yeah, he's posting about it on Instagram.
is yeah. I think it's a good idea, but damn, yeah. I mean, you're not gonna make. I mean, dude,
These
I guess,
these companies, they're making enough where it's not gonna affect them.
yeah. I mean, it'll been cool if he would have like went another way about it, but I guess you got to do that nowadays, like to get that attention.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be like you know kind of cool about it. You got to kind of disrupt, and hopefully some of it works. You know what I mean?
Maybe he shouldn't be promoting on something that they're gonna boycott on.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure also too that there's some other uh bigger people that he could probably target that'll probably really really kind of
Maybe like, oh, do you mean like getting celebrities to endorse him?
no, I'm saying like go after things that are actually destroying the black community. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? Like go after the drug dealers or gang members or whatever, and really say, hey, like you're destroying our community, like you're destroying who we are, like you're just you know
yeah.
really go after that and really you know maybe something that's really going to make an impact, because they're going to boycott for 40 days. I mean, the people are just going to order online.
Yeah.
I mean, people are not going to not order from Amazon.
They're gonna. You think they're just gonna order like normal and not like
Okay, so like he's saying, uh, uh like so let's just say, okay, let's just say, you have to order. He's saying like to buy from black businesses.
yeah. That's what I was about to say. Like, you think people are actually gonna do that?
Well, I mean, is there black businesses that like okay, who's competing with Amazon?
Really? Like, no one.
Like, okay, so it says Walmart too. So if someone needs to go buy groceries, or they going to buy Pampers, and they need to buy stuff for their
Like, where are
babies,
they gonna go?
where they're going to go? So unless they go to the Whole Food, well,
Kroger, Safeway.
so they're gonna have, and that's not black owned. So I mean, he's just redirecting. He's just redirecting. He's a reader, and I think what's fucked up is also too is like, so for example, Target owns Macy's.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's all the same companies. So like Coca Cola probably owns you know vitamin water. Like
Yeah.
there's a bunch. They're
Well,
not.
Amazon owns Whole Foods.
So look and see what Amazon owns.
Whole Foods.
No, like look, say what companies do
Yeah.
Amazon own, and they own pretty much a bunch of shit. So like so the money's gonna funnel back the same way.
Let's see.
I'm all
Oh,
coughing
it's
hard.
Zappos. Mm, Ring, Link, Twitch, Audible.
That's just a lot of on. That's a lot of like online stuff, right? Okay,
Yes.
online companies.
Hmm.
What does Target own? What companies does Target own? Well, Target's probably not even the company that owns those. It's
It's
another
probably
company.
another
Yeah.
one.
So yeah. So And I think that it's he kind of just went around the wrong way. This is
But
joint.
says Target's actually its own.
What
It
that?
operates under its own brand.
Yeah, but what? But okay, so who owns Target? What? So what companies are linked to Target? Maybe that's another question.
Mm,
I didn't show. It's all right.
it's still loading the
Yeah, it's
first
all right.
question.
We'll continue next time. We're already kind of due for time. Give a shout out to our sponsors.
Uh, of course, Certified Collision Works.
Certified Collision Works off of Greenwood and Saratoga. Um, and one of the things
What sets us apart?
what sets us apart is we don't we do minor repairs.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't do like rollover crazy uh restoration stuff like that. So we're very streamlined with our repairs. So like any kind of minor insurance claims, we're gonna get those taken care of. We run a clean operation. I mean, you know that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh and so everything's organized, everything's just kind of flowing, which makes the process a lot easier versus other places where you go and they have a bunch of other random things going on, and that whole thing gets confusing. You know what I mean? But but you don't have to bring your vehicle to us. I mean, you by law you can take your vehicle wherever you want to take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, and if you do get in an accident, I mean, the best thing to do is make sure that you get all the information from the other driver. I mean, I talk about this all the time, and then make sure you get a police report, uh, documentation, and uh, go ahead and submit those photos to the insurance company. They're gonna ask you to submit photos.
Mm-hmm.
Submit the photos, get a preliminary estimate. You know, and that's gonna be a way you can start the whole process with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also, I mean, if you need help, you can call our office. We'll guide you through the process. You know what I mean? A lot of the stuff also could be found online if you just Google, what I do get in an accident or what are common
Mm-hmm.
questions. You can kind of navigate through that. But uh, it's always better to work with a shop that knows how to communicate with that insurance company, because they are playing hardball. They're not
Yeah.
they're not your friends. At the end of the day, like, they're not your friends. They're a business, and whenever you get in an accident, like, you're actually a liability to them. So they're not gonna it, the whole thing changes. So you got to be careful with that. Versus you, I think one of the things that people get confused with is, like, when you go to the insurance company, right, and you need insurance, you're a customer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're a potential sell, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But whenever you get in an accident, now you're a liability. And so now it turns,
Mm-hmm.
because think about it like this. Let's just say if you wanted to remodel your house, right? And uh you're going to try to get the cheapest price
Yeah.
to pay, right? And so that's the same thing. That's the same way the insurance look. They're gonna look at your vehicle. They're gonna figure out the cheapest way to do it. You know, and then hopefully they'll sell you on taking it that low amount of money. But whenever you have a shop involved that knows what they're talking about, uh, they kind of they know that, hey, let's just do it the right way and get it
Mm-hmm.
out of the way. But yeah, what's our other sponsor?
CashPropertyBuy.com.
CashPropertyBuy.com.
Phone number is three
Drinking
six
coffee.
one 549 3863. And they buy houses. So if you have a house that you need to sell, any condition,
Call
correct?
them up. Call them up.
Yeah. see if they'll make an offer.
We'll get you taken care of. What else you got, Aaron?
That's gonna be it.
Son? All right, man. So until next time.
Let us know if there's any topics you want us to.
Yeah. If you found any of this interesting, leave us please leave us a comment or a thumbs up or something, and we'll see y'all next week.